In a world where uploading and editing videos is not an option, one man decides to do a live from the kitchen of creation. Nobody's watching right now, but at some point they will. Cue the music. Hi kids, welcome to Terry on Tuesday, coming to you live from the kitchen creation. I've never done a live from the kitchen of creation before, and there's nobody watching. But anyway, it's telling me to rotate my device, which may be an insult. I'm not sure. Hey you, rotate your device. It's like saying, sort your life out. Oh, you need to rotate your device, mate. I'm not being funny. Wow, I haven't been on for 60 seconds already. Blimey, 60 seconds and no one's watching. Anyway, thought I'd do a live because, do you know what? I've just got to the halfway mark of the year and I haven't missed a single Tuesday yet. Okay, I've made a couple of slightly like dodgy ones and stuff. Why is it asking me to rotate my device? Right, there's one person watching. Hello, one person watching. Can you please tell me in the chat? It's Brian. How you doing, man? How was the MRI? Did they find a brain? Am I sideways? Because I want this to be like landscapey as opposed to vertically. Was okay. Good stuff. I mean, you don't need a brain. It actually makes you more. I'm still sideways. I'm like, okay, I'm going to rotate my device. Let me just see if I can. Oh, I see. You've got to go vertical. So that was fun. Doing everything on a wonk, as they say in Wales. It's on a wonk, like. And now I can't get it to stand on my stand. Where was the... Oh. My favourite invention, by the way, is a rubber band. Hang on. So I'm going to put the rubber band. Hello, hammerheads. What's a hammerhead, Jamie? What's a hammerhead? Apart from the informal name for an Ithorian in the Star Wars universe is a hammerhead. Big brown guy with a head like... I've managed to do videos every Tuesday this year so far. So we just passed the halfway mark. And I thought today I'm not doing one. I've had a really busy weekend. I was at Glaston Selfie and running around and stuff. And I'm broke and I'm trying to work as usual. And basically, I was like, oh, I'm not going to do one. I thought, I can't let it go. I've got to do something on a Tuesday. Something I invented over the years whenever I welcome anyone. Hello, hammerheads. I don't know why I went all Australian then. I'll tell you why I went all Australian for a second. I've been watching Randy Feldface, you know, the puppet stand-up comedian guy. Oh man, he's just awesome. He's just incredible. And he just did 18 or 17 or 18 dates in the UK, including Cardiff Glee Club, and I missed him. So it'll be a while before we see him again. He's from Australia. Anyway, I can hear my phone clicking. I can't check the notifications right now. But I do a video every Tuesday if you're new to this thing. And unfortunately, this one's going to be a live where I just talk a bit because at the end of the day, I didn't want to miss a week and spoil my unblemished record of doing a video every Tuesday. Hence the name Daily on Tuesday. Loads of headroom on this thing. It's a very strange thing. What I can show you is we had a bunch of 3D printing come in. See it? These are known in the trade, in the ancient Egyptian trade 3,000 years ago, as canopic jars. Now, admittedly, an Egyptian canopic jar is a lot bigger than this because it's supposed to hold the organs and brain and anything else that was taken out of the body before mummification and are kept in here with little animal heads and stuff. They do look fantastic, Samuel. Hello. They have been resin printed, so they're super smooth. And now you may be able to see lines on these things, but you can't feel them. I think the lines are actually on the inside. So, I mean, if you look at the face on this guy, you see all these lines, but they're not, you can't feel them on the outside. So I think once these are primed, I'm going to wash them first, get them nice and washed, and clean them up, and then give them some primer and then some paint. And I think they'll work really well. I'm going to glue the lids on most of them. So we've got this is some kind of owl. We agreed that's an owl. Looks like I don't know why he's got a cobra sitting on his head. But anyway, then we've got the Anubis, the kind of dog, which is quite cool. He's still got another snaky on his head. Then we've got a really cuddly lion. He looks like a panto lion. I don't know if that's accurate to Egyptian depictions of lions, but he's quite cuddly and cute. Looks a bit like Chewbacca. And then the final one is a lady. Maybe it's like Isis or Nefertiti or something. But that's a kind of a more standard Egyptian lady. All cobras on top. And the whole point of these things are in the film. Let's quickly read Jamie's quotes there. The first Australian I became aware of was the late Steve Irwin, loved watching Crocodile Hunter many moons ago. Crikey, I'm going to poke it with a stick. Yeah, Steve Irwin was absolute legend. A lot of people ask Steve Irwin if he was ever on drugs because of how hyper he was. And he said he never was. He didn't need it. He didn't even drink coffee. Anyway, rest in peace, Steve Irwin. So in the film, these are come into play. Ooh, that's not right. Sorry about that. It's not good. The cobra was a crown symbol. You're right, Sam. Yeah. Oh, don't watch The Scorpion King, Jamie, you fool. Anyway, yes, the CGI thing. So basically, these come into play in the film. It's set in a museum, as you know, and some of these are used to bring the mummies back to life. They also provide our heroes, the students, the bloody students, with a possible way of defeating said mummies and said bad guys. Oh, you may notice here, I've decided to put the tallest head on the slightly smaller bottle. These should be on there like that, you see, but that makes them shorter. So I thought if I swap the heads and put the short head on a tall bottle, because that's about a little bit shorter anyway, and put the tall head on the short bottle, they all kind of look a bit better. They look a little bit, see that's a small bottle as well, so that means, hang on, no it's not, sorry, talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, that's the small jar, and that's a small jar. So I put the dog heads, the Anubis heads on the small jars, and that way everything looks slightly more the same height. I don't know why we've got two shorter jars, but at the end of the day, I don't mind. A bit of variety is good. Anyway, let's straighten it back up before my elastic band falls off and drops my phone, which is about to do. There we go, that's better. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to try and put these together. They're really nice, actually. The resin printing is gorgeous. This is a translucent resin, you know, and these are very thick and heavy. These are really thin. They're almost like light bulbs, which is actually handy because I need a couple of these to break in the film. Even if I smash them up with a hammer and put them on the floor so they look broken, I might be able to do that. But I think I'm going to get some more of these made. These are made by a friend of mine on Facebook. These belong in a museum. You're right, Jamie. I'm going to get, these are made by a guy on Facebook called Ashley Judd on my friends list. I was put in touch with him by Michael J. Man, Mr. J, who's a Joker cosplayer from Cardiff, and he put me in touch with Ashley, who 3D printed these in resin for me in record time at a really decent price. He didn't rip me off or, you know, charge me an arm and a leg. The money came out of the film budget, so, you know, we wanted to get some of these made up, and we've got 9, but we paid for 8. So he sent me a slightly dodgy one, you know, which had a wonky base on it, which is fine. We can do stuff with that. We can take all the extra flashing off and sand all that. So it's really nice of him to do that. I will be getting some more stuff printed. I think if my cast are nice to me, I'm going to make extra ones of these so everyone in the cast gets one of these as a memento, and I'll put something in there. Sweets! I'll put sweets in there. Some kind of sweet things. I don't know. Anyway, cool stuff. So, what can I tell you before I disappear? It's a 10-minute video already. Again, this week, clearly, no, sorry to Mr. E. I'm not got any further with the Vlahurg hitchhiker's helmet, which you can see on my channel. I am going to order, in a couple of days, I'm going to order the glue needed to make the rest of the leather bits. And I'm going to need that glue anyway to do the crest and a few other things. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do the huge horns on this thing, which have to sort of stand up right. But I think it will involve some bolts and some metal work. Anyway, what's happening with the film? Well, we spent the weekend at Glaston Selfie, which is a charity festival that happens every year. I used to attend it as Jack Sparrow for many years until I stopped doing it, but I may do it again next year if I can get the rest of the suit together. And I can see doggy head. Yeah, you need to let the dog thing go, Andy. You're going to turn into one. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we're at Glaston Selfie, charity festival, and we sponsored the festival in the hope that people would come and talk to me about the film and I could talk them out of their money, talk them into sponsoring the film a little bit. I had a couple of conversations, nothing promised, nothing in set in stone, unfortunately. But we got in contact with one or two people. The plan is that we are shooting some stuff in September. We're shooting at least one pretty epic scene, which takes place near the end of the film. The reason we're shooting a scene near the end of the film instead of the start is because you have to use the people and the location that you already have to hand. And it just so happens that the people we've got in September and the location we've got in September suits the end of the film. Now, I've also penciled in the 29th of September, and I've also penciled in one of the weekends in mid to late September where we can do another scene if I've got the right people and the right crew. Because obviously you need a camera, you need a sound person, and you need some lights. And obviously you need your actors. But if we can get everything done that I've planned, we'll still have quite a chunk of decent scenes. Not many, like 3, but they're quite long. So there'll be some action in there, there'll be some mummies in there, there'll be some humor in there. And we'll finally discover whether I'm any good at directing, any good at writing, and any good at this game of filmmaking at all. I've got some brilliant actors. I've got some decent crew. I know that's not a slight on the crew when I say decent crew. I mean, I've got some good crew and I've got some good actors. Oh, you know what I mean. Anyway, it's kind of still on track, Jamie, but it's not as productive as I thought it'd be. I was like, oh, I'll book the location, I'll pay the location for 10 days and do 10 days worth of filming. But that turns out it's not practical. You can't get that many people and the crew all into place at one thing. So we're going to be doing it in little chunks. But as long as those chunks are quality, do you know what I mean? Instead of rushing through and giving everything the sort of 50%, that'll do, you'll end up with a film. Oh, hang on. I think we're still going. The chat just said tap to retry. Something went wrong. I think we're still going. So I better wind this up before they cut me off. Anyway, the whole plan is to do chunks all the way through next year as well. And by the way, I know not many people who are auditioning are going to watch this. We opened up auditions for the two lead characters, Fordy and Trish. We originally had a deadline for the end of July. I think we're going to close it because I think we've got the right people. And we could keep it going for another month, but I think we found the people we need. And I don't want anyone to sort of go through the whole hassle of sending in self-tapes and stuff if we may have already picked the people we need. We still haven't announced who we've picked, and we haven't picked both characters yet. That's all I'm going to say. But I think we're going to close. Well, you know, my co-producer, Dog Bloke Media, is watching, and I think he'll concur that I think we can close the auditions a bit earlier than, you know, the end of July. Things are sort of progressing nicely. I'm hoping this week, being Tuesday, I'm hoping this week I will meet up with one of the actors. I met one of the auditioning actors. I met one last week for a chat. Nothing confirmed, just a nice chat, just a social thing to get used to the chap and say, you know, find out what they're all about. I've got another one to meet this week if possible. And then I think we'll close the auditions. Now that might annoy a few people who are planning to send theirs in at the very last minute, but sometimes it pays to be on the ball. If you want the job, get in the queue. You know, don't go, leave it till the last minute, because things change. And as producer, director, writer, I reserve the right to close the auditions whenever I feel like it. Anyway, there is still only, according to this, one person watching this. I'm assuming there's, according to the chat, there's 3 people watching. There's Mr. Dog Bloke, Samuel, and Jamie. Doesn't matter. Some people will watch this on the replay. So anyway, yeah, apologies for not doing a proper video this week. I will try and get back onto it. More than one. Well, yeah, this is why Facebook is rubbish, because the little indicator right here says 1 person watching and 1 like. Hour. We're on 16 minutes. Nothing to report, really. I do have off-world news, but I've been told we have to wait to announce it because certain things haven't happened yet. And they haven't been announced in a way, so I will let you all know as soon as I can, as soon as that's allowed. But I'm going to leave it here. One more quick, got a dash. Yeah, I got a dash as well, Jamie. Don't worry. Good luck with watching Indy Jones. Hopefully it'll be all right, and I'll catch it at some point as well. Anyway, that's all from me for this weekend. This week. Apologies for the cop-out live video at the last minute, but otherwise we wouldn't have a video today. And so far, I've done a video every Tuesday this year. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, all I can say is go to bloodystudents.co.uk for latest on the film, and we've also got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for Bloody Students Meters. I will see you all, meters? I don't know what I'm talking about. I will see you all next week, hopefully with a landscape video that's got a bit of editing in it and some sort of idea. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now somehow. How do you do that? I can't even remember. I need to stop it, and there's no stop button. Great. Let's have a look. Oh, I just clicked the X. Anyway, take care now. Bye-bye then.